name's Kathy Halber. I'm a volunteer with ADRC in Rusk County. Welcome to this month's Beneficial Bites. It's finally spring, yay! And here we are to talk about two of my favorite things in the spring. We're going to talk about garden planning, and when you're planting your garden, think about edible flowers and ways you can incorporate them. I'm going to show you a few fun ideas with edible flowers, and then we're also going to talk about the upcoming CleanSweep, household hazardous waste, and that's going to be on June 15th. So my co-host this month is Charmaine Riddle.
Hello.
The recycling coordinator for the county, and you asked to learn more about edible flowers.
Yes.
So the recipe in this month's source is actually kind of a fun one that you can do with the kids. It's just to make these little popsicles. Look how pretty these are. So you pick whatever edible flowers you like, and so I got these molds just online, and they're silicone, so they pop out real easy. So you just pick whatever flowers you want. In the article, we talk about violets, borage, chives, and nasturtiums. And so just cut up the blossoms, put them in the bottom of the mold, and then in the recipe that we used, they talked about using coconut water. But if you don't like coconut water, you can pick a different flavor as long as it's clear. So here is lemon blackberry flavored, so that might be kind of fun to try instead. With these here, we use coconut water, and there's a chart in the source and then also with this video that shows different options and kind of what their flavors are. So here, this one, because we're going to use coconut water, I put a little chocolate mint in there. So I thought, yeah,
that sounds good.
A little mojito-ish, maybe. And I want to give a shout out to our friends at Erin Prairie Plant Company for coming through with us and giving us these beautiful flowering plants early in the spring in the nick of time for our show. They have these nasturtiums too, so they're kind of peppery, so we don't want them in our popsicles, but they'd be very good on a salad. Or here we have, this is just like for an appetizer. We have just a rye cracker with some cream cheese, and then a viola and a nasturtium on them. Here I have some chocolate cupcakes that I just put some violas on. Aren't those pretty?
Yeah, could have put some chocolate mint in those.
Yeah. So all you do is you put your petals in first, and you'll want to cut off, if you have something like the leaves or maybe the stamens and the pistils. On the borage, they're black. So you just put those in, you fill them up with your coconut water. Oops. Stick them in the freezer for a few hours. And then voila, when they're done, they look like this. Look at that. Super easy, fun to do with the kids. And each flower has kind of a different flavor. And so think about, you could, one of the nice resource that's real easy when you're garden planning is a lot of the seed catalogs like Johnny's. They put right in there which flowers are edible. And then you can find online what they taste like. So this is nasturtium. Every part of the nasturtium is edible. And it supposedly tastes a little like radish or kind of peppery. Would you like to try one? You want the small one. You're going for the small one, huh?
It just looked the prettiest.
Okay. So it'll complement a little cream cheese, or again, real nice on a salad. The borage has a cucumber taste, so it's good in ice cubes or the popsicles. You want to give it a try? Cheers. What do you think? Ooh, that is radishy, huh?
Yes, it is. I don't really like radishes, but that was very edible.
Would you like to try some lemon blackberry?
I might before I speak. Woo. Very peppery.
All right, good on a salad, maybe not so much in the popsicle. Here you go. All right, so moving on. June 15th is the Rusk County CleanSweep. It's going to be over at the Oh, your fishing lures. The highway department, and give a hoot, don't pollute. As you're doing your spring cleaning around the house, you'll find all kinds of things that just truly aren't safe to go in the garbage. And some of the things don't have to come to the CleanSweep. There's everyday ways to get rid of them, and Charmaine's going to talk about what to be aware of and what to do with it all.
Right. So a Rusk County CleanSweep is kind of a one-stop shop for getting rid of things that you may question whether you can dump down the drain, things like that. So not only do we take hazardous waste, but we take universal waste. That would be your batteries, your bulbs, things like that. We have tire recycling. It's the only time of the year that I do tire recycling, so you can pay per tire or per pound. This is going to be at the highway shop, so we have a big scale if you bring a truckload or something. And then we do electronics and appliances. So if you could plug it in, bring it in. And then there is a charge for some of the bulbs, some of the universal waste. But if you have any mercury or lead fishing tackle that you want to get rid of, a lot of the stuff at CleanSweep that is hazardous is free. It is a county levy program sponsored by DATCAP. Farmers, I can't urge enough farmers to come because a part of our grant fund is for farms. So if you know of any farmers who have pesticides, chemicals, fertilizer, anything like that, please bring it in. And you might want to visit the ruskcounty.org/recycling website, or just give me a call. I have our poster on there. I have a really neat cheat sheet of household hazardous waste or not. This is a go-to. It will tell you, do you need to take it to a household hazardous waste collection? Is it safe to dump down the drain, or should you return it to your supplier? And then it also breaks it up by areas of the home. So garage and workshop, kitchen and bathroom, and home and garden. And when I was looking at this before I came today, I realized that almost everything in garage and workshop is hazardous. So there are a few things that aren't, but the only thing on this list that is to take back, now there's other things you could take back, would be car batteries, those sealed lead batteries. You could take those back to wherever you've gotten them and then get a credit. But a lot of the things that you'd find in your garage and workshop, antifreeze, auto body repair products, brake fluid, driveway sealer, gasoline, bring it in. You can even bring it in your can and take your can back. When you come to CleanSweep, you will drive up on a tarp. There's a hazmat team there, and they empty everything into containers, and then they'll throw the others away. Lighter fluid, paint thinner, stain. There's only a couple things on the list that you can safely dump down the drain. That would be the windshield washer solution. That is water-based, so it is safe. But just go ahead and use it rather than dump it. Then we're going to move on to kitchen and bathroom. A couple things, bleach down there, as you can see, that can be safely dumped down the drain. Toilet bowl cleaner, tub tile cleaner, window cleaner, those are safe. Some of the things you want to bring in, this one really shocked me, I didn't realize. Nail polish. It's hazardous. If you think about it, you do not get nail polish off with water. You have to use acetone, which is a hazardous waste. So bring that in. Oven cleaner, things like that. And then the home and garden, a lot of the fertilizers, insect spray, pool chemicals, pesticide, rat poison. Obviously, if it's toxic to rats, it's toxic. Weed killer, things like that. So if in doubt, you can call me. You can look at this cheat sheet. But some of the key things that might answer your question: is it toxic? Is it flammable? Is it reactive? And is it corrosive? If it's one of those, bring it in. Now, you may have some things that are missing a label. So here we have no idea really what is in this jar. You may find some things like this that are so old that you just can't tell what they are. You are able to bring this in. There are little test strips that the hazmat team will use, and then they can tell what it is and then safely dispose of it for you. So once again, hazardous waste, free. You can come to CleanSweep, bring as much as you want for free. It's other things that there may be a charge for, like tires, electronics, pharmaceuticals. Fluorescent bulbs. Yep. So on universal waste, we have batteries. Now, these I also take year-round. So I'm just at the south entrance of the courthouse. So batteries, if they're alkaline, so if they're like the single-use and they're not rechargeable, you can safely throw those away. There's no cadmium, mercury in them, so you can throw them away. But anything rechargeable is hazardous, whether it's a big battery. We have some sealed lead here. We have hearing aid batteries, these little button batteries that you'll find in remotes, games, cell phone batteries, all sorts of batteries. I take those year round, but you can definitely bring them to CleanSweep too. So that's some universal waste. Other is bulbs. Outside of CleanSweep, I do take bulbs year round for a charge, and then Ace Hardware also accepts bulbs. Now these cute little curly ones, these are compact fluorescent, they're earth friendly, but there is a small amount of mercury in them, so you do not want to just throw those away. I do have a box outside of my office that I do accept these year round for free. Some of the other things that you can bring for free are pharmaceuticals and mercury. If you have an old mercury thermostat, if you have a thermometer, believe it or not, there's still some out there. I just got one turned, well, here's one right here, but I had somebody bring me one this week. So they still are out there, and if you bring me a mercury thermometer, I'll give you a digital one. Not promising the batteries are good, but I'll give you one. And pharmaceuticals. And so I do have a pharmacist. I have a law enforcement officer that's on site there. They will sort the medications between controlled and non-controlled. And everything that comes to CleanSweep is taken care of the right way. So we have the hazmat team, whether it's the electronics, the tires, it all has another life. But the pharmaceuticals actually get incinerated. Law enforcement takes those. So everything that you bring, you don't have to worry about. Sharps. Very hard to get rid of sharps. The confusing thing about sharps is if you go and you're able to purchase a sharps container, that doesn't mean they're going to take it back for free. So there's only a few places in Rusk County that you can bring sharps year-round. Hospital lab. They're going to charge you a few bucks, but they'll take them. And then Marshfield Clinic Pharmacy, if you are a customer of theirs, they will take those. And then CleanSweep. I think I took in like 18 gallons of sharps last year in 4 hours. It is insane the amount of sharps. A lot of people are diabetic, and there's just no good place. You cannot stick them in a laundry detergent bottle and put them in your recycling. That is a no-no. Sharps is probably the second most worst contaminant at our recycling facilities, plastic bags being one. But sharps are nasty. People do touch our recycling, believe it or not. So anyway, sharps, just because you can buy a sharps container, make sure that you dispose of those sharps correctly. If you have any questions, call the recycling department. Fluorescent bulbs, if they're the tubes, we talked about that.
Used oil?
Used oil. A lot of people call me on used oil. There are many outlets that will say take used oil, so we do not take it at CleanSweep. We do take gasoline, but oil, there's Quality Quick Lube. A lot of the
you said O'Reilly's?
People, O'Reilly's, they have a drum. You actually get to dump it in yourself. They also take oil filters. Anybody that really works on cars, they'll probably take it back. But Quality Quick Lube and O'Reilly's are the easiest ones there. So that's for used oil.
And then cartridges, ink cartridges, you take those all the time,
I take inkjet cartridges year-round. So I do collect... It's phenomenal the amount of things I collect in my itty-bitty office. But yes, inkjet cartridges, laser cartridges, things like that I take. That's about it. But other things I wanted to just briefly talk about are I have pamphlets on the website. So if you want to know about batteries, what's safe, what's not, there's that. I have compact fluorescents and fluorescent recycling, why it's important. Latex paint, need to talk about that. That's like my biggest question at CleanSweep time. Can I bring latex paint? No, you can't. Well, you can, but it's going to go home with you. And the reason being is it's not hazardous. So you just need to get it out of its liquid form. So you could put cat litter, sawdust, shredded paper. You can, on a bright sunny day like this, you can put it out on cardboard, and then you're able to safely throw it away. So latex paint, don't bring to CleanSweep. Anything else, shellac, stain, mineral spirits, things like that, yes, bring that to us. That is hazardous. Think of it this way. If you can wash it off with soap and water, it's latex. And I know a lot of people have old paint that they really have no idea. That would be my question is, stick your finger in it, can you wash it off with soap and water? Then it's probably latex. So I do have information on latex, some green painting tips. I have a pamphlet on safe sharps disposal, medications. You can bring medications to CleanSweep, but year-round you can also safely dispose of those. If you come to the courthouse, come in the law enforcement center, there's a big chute. You just open the chute and put it in there, and that gets safely disposed of. So 24 hours a day you can do that. And there's also one right outside of Marshfield Clinic's pharmacy there. And then I have a pamphlet also on earth-friendly household cleaners. So if you don't want to use this stuff that's not safe, there's so many things that you probably already have at home, whether it's vinegar, borax, baking soda, lemon, lime, all sorts. You can clean without those toxic chemicals. We talked about sharps. And then also I get a lot of questions on electronics recycling. I usually do a couple events a year for that because everybody has electronics. And they are all banned from the landfill. So you want to dispose of those safely. So either bring them to my collection. Otherwise, I have a little flyer here on where you can bring your electronics year round. But that will be as CleanSweep as well. So if you have any questions, just look at the county website. You can call me at the recycling department, 532-2167, or you can stop by the south entrance of the courthouse. That's usually where I am. So
what do you want to try a popsicle?
Oh, I'd love to. Yes, get that pepper out of my mouth. I'm eyeing up this yellow one. This one looks super good.
All right, I'll let you grab it. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and we hope to see you on June 15th. Thanks so much.
Bye.